Hello everyone. Again welcome back to your online lecture of EST subject. I, Miss Sapna Sawant, you know me already. So I hope you all are doing good at your home. Stay healthy, stay safe. Now, as we have studied in the last lecture about environment, let's move ahead with the second chapter, that is energy resources. So, your second chapter is energy resources. Before looking into the chapter, what are its content? Natural resources, causes and effects of depletion of resources, renewable and non-renewable cyclic resources. Next point is energy forms, conventional and non-conventional. Present global energy use and future demands. Energy conservation, overuse of natural resources and its impact on environment. So guys, these are your contents of chapter 2, that is energy resources. Now let's see the first point, that is natural resources. So what are the natural resources? Forest resource, water resource, mineral resource, food resource, energy resource and land resource. These are your few natural resources which we get from environment. Remember this, these are not made in our house. Okay, even we can't buy it. Okay, these are all are God gifted. Yes, no one can build it at home. So let's see, the first one is forest resources. Okay, first tell me, what is the meaning of forest? I know you are very smart. You know what is forest. Okay, let me ask you once again silly question. What is the difference between trees and plants? Now tell me. So, it's just a basic question. Plant which grow small in height, trees which are having big trunk and which grows high in heights. We all know this. And even we know the difference between garden, zoo and the forest. Okay. So let's see forest resources. It is a natural, complex ecosystem made up of a wide variety of trees that supports a massive range of life forms. Just now I asked what is the difference between garden, zoo and forest. Garden, where we plant some small bushes, grass, right? Zoo, whereas zoo is having a variety of plants, trees and zoo is having animals. We don't keep animals in our garden like lion and tiger, right? But whereas forest is a big you can call it as premise, and it is having a large number of plants, a variety of trees and a variety of animals, birds. It supports a massive range of life. Okay, apart from living things, forests also include the soil that supports the trees. Definitely soil is there, so that's why plants are there. Okay, forests are one of the most common and most important kinds of ecosystems on our earth. It is hard to imagine a resource that provides more benefits for humans than do forests. See, this is the very important line. We get most of the things from forest. Forests provide food, wood, fuel, natural fibers and other material. These resources may be made into furniture, shelter, paper, clothing, medicines, and many other products. So forest gives us much and much more and more benefits. So this is one of the resource which gives us more and more benefit. And what we are doing? We are just cutting the trees. We are deforesting. So silly, na? We are. So save forest. So another most important resource is water resource. Yes, you might be thinking at home, you might be thinking and sitting at home that, yeah, why this subject? It's too boring and we know already these things. Yes, you know already these things, but still, as I said previously, we are ignoring this. That's why we are facing today's problem. So recall all these important things. So, water. Water resources are natural resources of water that are potentially useful. And we know that 97% of the water on the earth is salt water, which is in ocean, right? And only 3% is fresh water. And the fresh water is again, some is frozen and remaining is unfrozen, which we drink, which is found in underground water or on surface of earth. So we have very less fresh water to drink. So definitely we have to save it. Yeah, water is a renewable source. See, you know water cycle, rain cycle. So yes, water is a renewable, but still we have to use it very wisely. Now, the next resource is mineral resources. What are mineral? You studied in science, right? Might be in 7th or 8th standard. So, minerals have a structure which makes them to look like crystalline, which means they look like they are made up of crystals. Whether they found in your cupboard or whether they found just somewhere, wherever we want we can buy. Nona mineral found in earth crust. Okay, below in earth's crust. They are created by processes that occur in the earth like volcanic activity. So what are the best example of minerals? Gold, silver, platinum, natural oil. Some gases also found in earth crust. Important gases, right? See, I don't know that was science, but still, yeah, I have studied about mineral. Mineral, they are very crystalline in structure, they are very luminous, and they found in earth crust. I remember these things. Now, food resources. Yes, we can't live without food. We all the time only food, eating, right? So, let's see about food resources. Resources that are used as food or provide food for organisms are called food resources. From where we got our food, they are called as food resources. Yes, everyone knows that the first producer for our food is plants and second one is animals. The one who eats depend on plants for food, they are called as herbivorous, and the one who depend on animals, totally on animals for food, they are called as carnivorous, and the one like me who depends on plants as well as animals, they are called as omnivorous. I know, you know all these things. Okay, so these are food resources from where we get our food, we stay healthy. So they are plants and animals. So let's see next. Now, next point is energy resources. So tell me first, what is energy? Energy is the capacity to do work and is required for life processes. Yes, this is the scientific definition of energy. Now tell me, how do we get our daily energy? Of course, you will tell me that, ma'am, we eat food, and when food get digested, definitely we get energy to do lots of work. Yes, it means when we eat food, it gets into stomach, and there it get digested. Digested means our food get burned, right? So an energy resource is something that can produce heat, power life, move objects, or produce electricity. Matter that stores energy is called a fuel. Most of the energy we use today come from fossil fuels, that is stored solar energy. Renewable energy sources are solar energy, wind energy, geothermal energy, tidal energy, etc. Non-renewable or conventional energy sources are coal, petroleum, natural gas, nuclear energy. See, we need electricity, right? And even you know that how this electricity is produced. So, previously electricity, how it was? Is it a renewable energy resource or non-renewable? Answer me this after some time. So, now we can get electricity by wind, windmills. So, this comes under renewable energy. Nowadays, instead of using LPG gas at home, people are using solar system for heating their water. Am I right? So these are again renewable energy sources. So use these sources more and more for both for us and for environment also. Now, soil and land resources. So, first see about soil. Everyone knows this. Water is important. Food is important. We can live without water? No. Can we live without food? Yes, we can live for 3-4 days, maximum 3-4 days or 1 week without food. But we can't survive after that. So food is also important. Where this food grow? Definitely in soil. So soil is an important as water as a resource. It provides nutrients and anchor to the roots of plants and is therefore essential to their healthy growth and yield of food. It is a complex mixture of organic and mineral content which is constantly being formed by weathering of rocks. You know how soil, you know the formation of soil, right? Big rocks turn into soil after few years. See, to form a 1 centimeter layer of soil, it takes hundreds of years. You have read this in your science book during school time. To form a 1 centimeter layer of soil, it takes hundreds of years. So remember, soil is so important. Now let's see about land resources. Land resources mean the resources available from the land. Thus, the agriculture land which contain natural fertilizer for growth of the products sown, the underground water, the various materials, minerals like coal, bauxite, gold and other raw material. See, land materials means not only land. Okay, it's all about land, soil, underground water and whatever minerals we found in that land. So all together comes in land resource. And soil is of course a part of land. Now, see, we have learned about different resources, different natural resources, that is forest, food, water, mineral, soil and land, etc. Now let's see, nowadays these resources are depleting. They are decreasing, their quality is decreasing. And of course, who is the reason behind it? Of course, human being. So let's see one by one. So first see depletion of soil resources. Depletion of soil resources is also known as soil erosion, soil pollution or soil compaction. Soil erosion is a gradual process of movement and transport of the upper layer of soil by different agents, particularly water and wind. In simple words, I can say this. Soil erosion is the washing or blowing away of soil by water or wind. Yes, because of full force of wind, soil goes away. Because of heavy rainwater, soil goes away. Right? So, like this, soil erosion happens. Soil erosion is a complex process that depends on soil properties, ground slope, vegetation and rainfall amount and intensity. See, soil erosion is not happen just because of wind or just because of water. This depends on soil properties and the ground slope. It as well as depend on ground slope. Vegetation, whether it is fully covered with plants or trees or whether it is open plot. So if it is fully covered with plants, definitely there is a less soil erosion, and if it is an open plot, open ground, then definitely there will be more possibility of soil erosion. If the soil has eroded, the crops that make food will not grow very well. Of course, if my garden is having less soil, definitely how can I build a beautiful garden? Of course not. For a good crops, I need healthy and more soil. Now, what are the causes of soil erosion? The first, deforestation. Second, overgrazing causes loss of topsoil. See, people leave their domestic animals on farms for grazing, right? If they send their animals for grazing again and again on same place, definitely there will be no grass, and if no grass means there will be soil erosion. Next, overuse of irrigation and chemicals in agriculture results in decreasing the quality of soil. See, as I said, we are the main reason for all problems. Okay. As the population is growing and growing and growing, we need more food, more shelter. For more food and more shelter, people are doing deforestation. Okay. For food, farmer needs to grow more and more foods to survive all the people. So, from a small land, they want to produce more and more food. Definitely they have to use something, so they are started using chemicals, a lots of chemical. So definitely the quality of soil will be decreased. So like this, we are disturbing the environment. So what are the effects of soil depletion? The first important is reduced fertility of soil affects on production of crops. See, first time I have started using chemicals. I used chemical. Now my when I started first time using of chemical, my production was definitely good. But by the time, after some time like 10 years, 20 years, definitely the quality of soil will decrease, and my production also definitely decrease. Second, clogging of waterways like river, lake and so on. As soil is dumping into a river or lake or ponds, definitely there will be clog of water. Now, what are the solutions to control soil depletion? Good vegetation cover means plant more and more trees so the land will be covered and the soil will be attached with tree. Almost 1/3 of the area must be covered by vegetation so that effects of rain showers and high speed winds on surface soil can be minimized. The next solution is use of new irrigation technology like drip irrigation or sprinkle irrigation. Nowadays people are using this type of irrigation. We all know that. Prevent soil from overdose of chemicals and their side effects. Please guys, don't use too much chemical for your farm. Use a natural compost. We can use this, right? Now, here, I want to discuss with you. Depletion of water resources. Can you see an image here with the quote? Thousands have lived without love, not one without water. See. Yes, we can live without love. Am I right? Of course we can live without love. There is no need of love at all. But we cannot live with water. Of course. So what are the causes of depletion of water resources? Pollution of underground and surface water is a serious problem nowadays. Waste from industries, residents are polluting water. I hope you know this. Industries leave their waste in river or ponds. Means whatever they have waste, they definitely live in water. And even you know this, disposal of municipal waste in rivers and nearby ponds also cause major loss of pure water. In short, all people leave their waste in water. Why? Because water is running. So our waste will also run. This is the thinking of people. Even I think you know this, that the drainage system, also the drainage, whatever waste in drainage straight away goes in river to sea. So this is worst. Drought and changes in routine weather patterns. This is one of the important reasons. See, nowadays weather is changing. In morning it is cool little bit, in afternoon it's too hot, again in evening it's sometimes raining. So this change of weather pattern also the reason of water depletion of water resources. Now what are the effects of water depletion? Fight for water supply. See, now a day will also, what can I say? A day will arrive when people will fight for a single cup of water. This day will definitely come soon because we are wasting much water. So already we see in our land nearby our house, women's are fighting for water, okay, while filling on tap. So fight for water supply. Example, there is a fight between Delhi and Haryana during each summer. Leaves people in Delhi living with water supply cut. During summer and droughts, loss of livestock affects local economy. And the next effect is agriculture productivity loss. Okay, let me talk about economy. See, because of less water, we will produce less food. And if there is a less stock of food, definitely it will affect on economy. People will sell in a huge price, right? So it will be effect on economy. Recently, what was the matter on economy? Yes, because of corona, shops are closed, right? And I'm talking about especially alcohol. And as soon as so our economy was totally worst. And as soon as government announced about the opening of alcohol shops, oh my god, again we back up with the good economy, right? So like this, water depletion also affects on our economy and agriculture productivity loss. Now, how to control this water depletion? The one I use personally, rainwater harvesting. We can save rainwater. Judicious use of water resource. Plant more trees so we will get more rain. And the last one which can do by each and everyone, that is save water individually. One can save water individually. Means, see, while going on road, if you saw a running tap, you can close that, right? This might be told you by your school teacher. So save water individually. I focus on this. We all can save water if we decide. And guys, I have seen especially about water resources, people are posting about problems. They post charts on water problems. So instead of that, post a picture which shows a solution for it. Show some nice picture like students are enjoying rain, some swimming pool, like this. A good pictures are full of water, so that remembers you we have to save water. That realize you, yeah, I have to save water. If I save water, my country will look like this. We can do this. So instead of showing problems, show the solutions. I feel like this. I hope you have all understand this chapter. The next 8th chapter has not over. We will see next point in next lecture. Till then, tata, bye bye, good day, have a nice day. Thank you. Okay, before ending this lecture, what we learned today, the chapter name was energy resources. We learn about what are the natural resources: food, mineral, land and soil, water, and we learn about depletion of these natural resources. Okay, so tata, bye bye, save water, save earth.